here, you'll see lots of cables and pulleys and chains and power they needed to run these equipments.
Wow, look how big that thing is. That's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have the comedy involved in everything here. Yeah, so this one had its own tracks to move itself around. That made it convenient for the workers. Where the one it actually rolled itself on pipes.
That one there.
That one there rolled on pipes, yeah. So they throw the bucket out in front of itself. And then we grab the plates and roll around front again and put them in so they could get more distance.
So what is that? A scooper?
This is a drag line, it's called.
Drag line.
Yeah, and so that scoop would actually work. It would go out and it would go in and it would fill itself and it would come back and they move it to wherever they were loading the coal, and then they would open it and dump it into whatever that was.
Still driving around.
It's almost like the old dredges. They're huge too.
Yes, it'd be very similar to what the dredges would look like. Yeah. So this field here is where we host our History Roadshow. That's where we invite people to bring their vintage vehicles out and mix them in with the museum vintage vehicles.
Okay.
And then the public can come out that weekend and watch and check out all the different designs. They get a real sense of the creativity that goes into designing the various vehicles that have been made over the years. It's like this one here. I've had several people in this car today explain to me the difference between this Pontiac and a Chevrolet built at the same time. And yet they were built on the same frame.
What is this big plane here?
That's a 1952 Bristol air freighter. It would have been a big cargo plane in its time, and it's open. The front of it opens like a clamshell, and so you load it in cargo from the front. That plane's claim to fame is it was the last plane to come out of Saigon before the communists took over in 1975. It belonged to the New Zealand government at that time, and it flew their ambassador and a bunch of refugees back to New Zealand. And of course, like any military plane that survives the war, it got to be used for many other purposes after that. And the last of which was working for a mining company in northern Alberta and northern BC, flying supplies in and out of the market. When that company was done with it, they flew it in here and gave it to the museum. And this is the Aviation Museum.